Okay, oh, it is 9:30 on my, let's check my other clock. Yeah, it's 9:30. Okay, so we will get started with weights in our hands. We're gonna be standing. And let's see. So let's have feet about hip distance apart, shoulders down away from your ears, standing really nice and tall. So feel your heels pressing into the ground, lengthening up through your legs. So your heels press down. We're not gonna lock into our knees. They're gonna have a gentle bend. Neutral pelvis, so not tipping one way or the other, just in that neutral position. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. Then just nice and slow, we're gonna start arms wide. So reach them right out to the side, and then you're just gonna circle them around. So just go small little circles, just like this. You got it. Go 6 more this direction. I'm just gonna get something to put this on. Go for 3 more. A new venue here. 2. Better, I think. And then 1, and then hold, and then go the other way. So again, just those smooth little circles, tiny bend in those arms as we're circling. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, no, palms face forward, arms together, and then open out. So you're just opening out so they're in line with your body, and then back together, and then back out. Now let's add some legs to this. So drop down, tail leads as you drop, ribs are tight around your center, and then open back up, reaching those arms. Inhale, reaching arms forward. Exhale, arms wide. Go for 8. Exhale, press through those heels. 7. Exhale, press open wide. 6. And 5. Press. 4. Thinking of moving your upper arms in space. Squeeze back. Last 2. Feeling those posterior deltoids as you open out. Last 1, open up and stay right there. From here, turn your palms all the way up, and then all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Go 8 and down. 7, 6, really twisting. 5, go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep those palms facing up, reach your arms right in front of you. Tiny bend in those elbows still, and then come straight up onto your toes. So press into each one of your toes as you lift. Whoops, hold at the top, take a nice deep breath, and then slow and controlled lower back down. Bend your elbows in. So elbows or arms are at 90-degree angles, and then do that again. So reaching forward, press through your toes, lift, drop your heels, and bend back in. Exhale, straight up, drop those heels, and in. Reaching, press up, inhale down, and back. Do that again. Let's reach, down, and in. Last 3, reaching, press through each one of those toes, grow tall, drop those heels. In. Last 2, reach, heels, and in. Last one, I'm going to show you the side again, reaching, stay up, and then stay right here. Whoops, from there, bend your elbows in and hold, bend your knees, drop down, keeping your shoulder blades back in the same line as your heels and your bum. Reach back out. Inhale down, nice and slow and controlled. Feel your core connect as you bend. Core is connected as you reach. Go for 5. Inhale down. Your knees are pointing straight ahead, so feel your inner and outer thighs working together to keep those legs parallel. Reach. Last 2. Good job, guys. Exhale, press through those toes. Last 1, inhale down, stay here. Make sure those arms are at 90-degree angles, not like mine. Go up 2 inches, down 2. Up 2, down 2. Head is back, shoulders back. 5. Go 4, 3, 2. Last 1, stand all the way up, and then drop those heels down. Give those shoulders a little roll out. And then let's step our Let's step our right foot forward actually. Right foot forward, left back. Right knee is on top of your right heel there. And then hinge your upper body forward. So feel the top of your head reaching away from that left heel. Nice long line from the top of your head down to that heel. Now from here, we're gonna reach our arms all the way up and overhead. So reaching, so your fingertips are now in line with your heel. Take a breath, give a nice big press into your right heel to activate that right glute. And then just bring your arms down by your side. So that's gonna be the movement for your arms. Arms reach, shoulders stay down, arms back. Again, arms reach, shoulders stay relaxed, arms come back. They'll just come above your hips. So now let's add the leg. Constant pressure through your right heel, arms in, left leg in, and back. Whoops. All the way in, reach, and then back. Lengthen long. Go for 4. In, constant pressure through that right heel, back. 3. And back. Last 2, trying to keep that right leg at that right angle. Last 1, in. Exhale, reach back and stay right here. Your palms face one another. Constant pressure up through that right heel. You ready? Arms up, 1 and down. Up, 1, hold, and down, lifting from your triceps. Upper arms up, control. Go 5. Control, 4. Last 3. Keep that spine lengthening. Your gaze is down towards the ground. Last 1, up, hold here. Now from here, open arms, squeeze in. Open, squeeze, constant pressure through that right heel. An isometric hold for that right glute. You have 4, 3, squeeze those arms together. 2, squeezing. Last 1, squeeze in, bring those arms down by your side. Step that left leg in, stand all the way up, take a breath, and then bend back down. So finding that even weight through those heels. Go for 5, 4, slow exhale, press. 3, 2, press through those heels. Last 1, all the way up, take a breath. Now from here, step your right leg back, holding there. So same idea, top of your head is reaching away from those right heels, left heel pressing into the mat, and then reach those arms all the way up overhead. Shoulders are away from your ears. Now from here, remember the arms are gonna come back, and then they're gonna reach. Shoulders don't move. Arms come back just above your hips, and reach. Now we're ready, we're gonna bring our arms back this time. Arms come forward, leg in. Constant pressure through that left heel to keep that left glute active. Reach long and kick back. Go for 4. And reach. Inner and outer thigh on that left leg is working hard to keep you balanced along with that left glute. Last 2, reach. And in, you ready? 1 more, exhale, reaching back, stay right there. From here, open those arms out and hold. Bend and reach. Bend and reach. Constant pressure up through that left heel and back. Feeling that that left knee is still over top of your left heel. 3, 2, squeeze back. Last 1, squeeze back, stay wide, up and down. Up and down. If you feel your upper traps up here, just drop your arms lower and do the same thing. 5, 4, constant pressure through that left heel. 3, core is connected. 2, last 1, swing those arms forward, step that right leg in, stand all the way up, give those shoulders a little roll down. And then let's just do a little bit in lateral before we come to our mat. So feet a little wider than hip distance apart. It's gonna make me slip. All right, so from there, standing really nice and tall, we're gonna bend our elbows again to that 90-degree angle and then open out to the side. So bend down low, hold there. Press into your heels to activate your glutes and then turn your thighs out a little bit. So wrap those thighs back and hold right there. So we're gonna stand and reach. and then pull in with those arms. Stand, reach, pull in. So think of the back of your arm kind of magnetizing towards your waistlines. Really feel that pulling sensation. Go 5, 4, pull in. 3, 2, last one, pulling in, hold right here. Now from here, we're gonna stay low. We're gonna lift our right heel, drop it down. Elbows are like a couple inches from your waistlines, left and down. Growing tall, right and down. Let's go. And down, right again. Up and down, Vaishal, left, up and down. One more right, up and down. One more left, let's go up and down. Now stand up all the way again. Twist those arms, palms face behind you, and then pull back in. Exhale, twist, and in. Go 5. And back. 4. And back. 3. And back. Last 2. And back. Last one, all the way up. Pull all the way in. Stay here. From here, elbows out a little wider, hands are a little lower. Lift your right, drop it down. Lift your left, drop it down. And down, let's go left, up, and down. 2 more each way. Core is connected, hips stay nice and steady. 1 more right, and down. 1 more left, and down. Stand all the way up. Give those shoulders a roll out. Walk those legs in, and then let's come down to our mats. Keep those weights handy. All right. So weights down by your side. Right. So nice and relaxed through your upper body. Feel that those shoulder blades are flat against the mat, collarbones wide. Your ribs are tight around your center. Tailbone is neutral, so it's tipped away from you that little bit. So you can feel that little space behind your low back. Super important we keep that, right? We want to maintain our neutral as we work. So feeling your ribs staying tight around your center, keeping that tailbone tipping away. Those are kind of your 2 main markers for neutral. Tailbone tipping, ribs staying tight, so no kind of arching one way or the other. All right, so from there, let's grab those weights, reach your arms right up. Shoulder blades flat against the mat. So take a nice couple of breaths here, just letting the weight, whether it's 1, 2, 3 pounds, in your arms, like press your shoulder blades heavier towards the mat, almost like your weights are 100 pounds, pressing those shoulder blades down. Hold that. Now from here, only your right arm opens. Keep your left shoulder blade pressing into the mat, and then press your right arm up. Now just your left, your right shoulder blade presses into the mat, and then back up. So anticipate what's gonna happen. Your right arm opens, your left shoulder blade wants to lift, right? Don't let it. So before you move your left arm, press your right shoulder blade down. And then before you move your right, press your left down and up. 1 more each way here. Press up, now stay. Same thing with your legs. So let's open our right knee to the side. Don't let your left one open out or lift. Keep that left knee pointing up. Now right knee stays pointing up as your left opens and then back in. So again, switching. Trying to maintain that pelvic stability so your pelvis stays completely still as your legs move. So again, that idea of anticipation, you're letting your left hip be a little bit heavier as your right knee opens. And then you're letting your right hip be a little bit heavier as your left opens. Ready? We're gonna add an arm to this. So right arm, right leg. Really feel the whole left side of your body staying flat against the mat, and then press, and then switch left, and all the way up. So it doesn't matter at all how wide you're opening your arm or your leg. You wanna think stability through your body. So even weight through both sides of your spine, through those hips, through those shoulders. Go 1 more each way. Open with control. Go 1 more left. Open with control. Exhale, press back up, hold there. Now from here, press through those heels, belly button to spine, hips lift nice and high, arms are reaching up. Take a couple of breaths, feeling that your collarbones are still wide, shoulder blades are still flat, and then roll back down. So getting some movement through this spine. Come to neutral, take a breath, and then do that again. Belly button in. Holding at the top there, controlling the movement as you roll down one vertebra at a time. And then we're gonna go 2 more full versions. So belly button in, hold, controlling all the way down. And last one. Exhale, up, and stay right there. Now from here, we're gonna just drop our hips down. So pelvis comes down in one piece. Instead of rolling, you're just dropping, and then press up. Now add arms to that. Reach your arms overhead. Ribs are tight around your center, and then exhale, press all the way back up. So when you're doing this, notice, is your weight staying even through your right and left shoulder blade? Is it staying even through your right and left heel? Remember, you should be able to wiggle your toes around a little bit. So you're really finding the back lines of your legs here, glutes and hamstrings. 3, ribs are still tight around your center. 2, 1 more, inhale back, exhale, press all the way up, take a breath, and then roll your way down. Come through to neutral, bring those arms down by your sides, and hold here. So let's just have our palms facing up by our sides. We're gonna try and stay as relaxed as we can through our upper body. Keep the back of your rib cage heavy, keep that tail tipping away that little bit. All right, from here, just lift your right heel, so only that heel, and then lift your left. So you're on your tippy toes of both feet. Just notice if you've just shifted your weight to your toes, so that's me shifting my weight into my toes. I really don't feel anything in my abs. If I'm letting my feet be light, similar to what we would do if we had a squishy ball, or if we were using a squishy ball, we're just letting our toes be light on the mat. So don't just shift your weight forward. Now from here, lift your right leg up, stay there. Weight is even through your hips, left leg up as well, and stay. So knees are in line with your hips, heels in line with your knees, ideally. But if you feel your back, bring your knees closer to your chest. That's gonna be better for you, all right? Keep those ribs tight around your center. From here, just squeeze your legs together. They're gonna move as one piece. Squeeze them together. Now we're gonna move both thighs 2 inches away, just literally 2 inches, maybe even 1. Looks like I'm hardly moving, I think. And then bring your legs back in. So just small. Nothing changes through your body except those thighs moving away. Thighs move an inch or so away. Abs deepen. Thighs pull in. Notice if your neck starts to peel off the mat, try not to let it. Stay relaxed through your upper body. And back. Go for 3 more. And in, last 2. And in, and then go 1 more. Exhale out that little bit. Hold those legs back in. Hold right there. From here, you're gonna reach your right. Reach it long, and then pull back in. Now go left. Upper body is totally quiet. Right leg reaches, left knee stays on top of your left hip. Don't do this. Makes it way easier. And then switch, don't let your right knee pull in. And back, let's go right. And in, and then go left. And in, right again, exhale, ribs tighten, abs deepen, and then left. And back in. Now from here, let's lower our right toes down, lower your left toes down, drop those heels. Okay, and then bring your feet back to that hip distance apart. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips, belly button in, press, and lift. So remember when you're up here, there's a lot of different kind of pulls happening. So your knees are reaching away from the top of your head. The top of your head is reaching this way, knees reach that way. Then we have our heels pressing into the mat to keep our glutes active. So instead of just kind of holding your hips up here, think about that constant pressure downwards through your heels. And the last is going to be your inner thighs. So even though we don't have a ball or anything between our inner thighs, I want you to think, just imagine that there is something there. Your inner thighs are squeezing toward your midline. They don't need to touch, but just feel that engagement through the center of your body. All right, because that's gonna really help you when we lift the leg. So now, let's press through our left heel a little more than our right, and then lift your right heel. So you're on your right toes. Nothing has changed through your pelvis. Now float that right leg up to tabletop and stay right there. So hips are even, right knee is above your right hip. From here, reach that right leg long so it's in line with your left knee, and then pull back in. Exhale. Inhale in. So for 6 like this, keeping your ribs tight around your center, keeping that left heel pressing into the mat so that glute stays active, left inner thigh still squeezing toward your midline, top of your head reaching away, and in. 2 more. Hopefully you're feeling that left glute. Last one, reach and in. If you're not, you will right now. Drop your hips low. They come down together. Press through your left heel as you lift, keeping your right leg still. Inhale down, almost touch, and then press. So 6 like this, controlling down. Go for 5. Control. 4 more. Exhale, press. 3. 2. Last one. Exhale, let's press all the way up. Hold there, lower your right toes down, toe ball, heel, roll all the way down to the mat, come through to neutral, take a breath, and then we'll do the same thing other side. So just keep in mind, if you are feeling your back, bring your opposite foot down. So we're gonna be lifting our left leg at this point, so you can, on this side, so you can keep your toes down and still really feel your right glute without having that added pressure on your back if you are feeling your back, all right? I'll remind you again as we do this. So belly button to spine, press into your heels, lift those hips, hold. So from here, I'm gonna give that extra press into my right heel. Remember, your knees are reaching away from the top of your head, your hips are staying lifted, your right inner thigh is gonna be constantly squeezing toward your midline. So we don't want our leg to fall open. Now right heel is pressing, lift your left, float it all the way up. If this doesn't feel good, just keep your leg down and just hold for the first set. So we'll reach, and then in. Reach, and in. You can just reach a little bit if that feels better, whatever feels good for you. Reaching and in. We never want to feel our back. Keep those hips lifted. Reach and in. Go for 4. Ribs stay tight. In. 3. And in. Last 2. And in. Ready, 1 more. Reaching long. Pulling in, stay there. Now from here, drop your hips low and press. Remember, you can also have your toes down for this. Drop and lift. Inhale down. Go for 5. Lower. Exhale up. 3. Ribs down with your hips. Press. 2. Last 1. Exhale, press. Lower those toe ball heels. Roll all the way down to the mat. When you're down there, just hug those knees in. Hug them in nice and tight. I'm gonna see if I can do that. That's better. Okay. So have a little roll around on those hips. Take a nice couple of breaths there. And then, when you are ready, what's happening, Robin? Okay. So now from here, we're gonna come onto our side. Grab 1 weight. We're gonna keep going with a little bit more glute. So heels underneath your sitting bones, waistlines are long, and then just lie flat on your left side. So are we all on our left side? Did I say that? Lie on your left side. Okay, so once you're here, grab your weight, reach your arm right up to the ceiling and hold there. So now the back of your right hand, your tailbone, and then your feet are against an imaginary wall, or you could actually be against a wall if you want. Just slow and controlled, we're gonna lower our right arm down, just so it's up at, just it comes down to shoulder height, and then go back up. So inhale as you lower, controlling, and exhale as you lift. Good. So go for 5 like that, just controlling that arm, really feeling the back of this right arm through your whole scapula. Feel that movement from the back of your arm. Instead of just letting your arm drop down, really feel that control. 3, your scapula moves wide on your shoulder or on your back. Last 2. And up, and then go 1 more. Inhale down and stay there. So feeling that your shoulders are still stacked. So you haven't done this kind of a thing. Your arm is right at shoulder height. Now lift up your right knee. Hold when you're there. That right arm all the way up as well. Your hips are still stacked. Now control down together. Inhale down, resist. Exhale up. Inhale, resist. Exhale up. So go for 6 like this, making sure those shoulders are staying stacked. Really feel that control. And then making sure you're getting to your highest point with that right leg. Each time you lift it, wrap that hip right back and then control. Exhale, wrapping back and control as you lower. Go for 3 and control. Go for 2 and control. Go 1 more. Exhale up to the top. Stay when you're up there. Keep that right arm reaching. So right arm is right above your right shoulder. Lift that leg up 1 more inch and then resist. Come down an inch. 1 inch up and 1 back. So go 8 little squeezes. 7. Keep squeezing even as you lower down that inch. Your glute should stay active. 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Hold up at the top. Now from here, turn your right palm to face behind you. You ready? You're just going to swing that arm. Don't even swing it. Just move it down towards your right knee and then bring it back up. Keep your palm facing behind you. So leading with your thumb and your index finger down and then back up. You got to go for 6 like this. And I'm constantly lifting my right leg a little higher. I'm squeezing that glute back, right? 4, don't forget about that glute. And up. 3, what about those left ribs? They're still lifting off the mat, right? Last 2. And up, ready, 1 more. Inhale down. Back up, turn that palm behind you, or turn that palm to face forward, lower your right leg all the way down, lower that arm all the way down. Take a breath, okay? So now we're gonna reach out through our right toe. So I'm gonna give you an option here. You can either stay lying flat like this on your left side, or you can come into this position. Can you guys even see me? I just kind of have those overhead lights on there, so that's a bit better. Okay. So left elbow is down, your right leg is bent underneath you, and your left elbow is down. Left leg is bent underneath you, right leg is straight, right? So it's gonna be really important you don't just let your ribs drop down like this. Keep those waistlines long if you're staying in this position. Remember, you can also stay flat. Okay, we're gonna add this arm to this as well. So reach your right arm away from you, reach your right leg away from you, take a nice breath, and then you're just gonna reach that arm overhead. So from here, we're gonna go all the way up, reaching toes away from your fingertips, reaching toes away from your fingertips, you got it, and then come up. So you're just gonna come back up to kind of an angle with your arm, lifting your right leg only as high as your right ribs won't drop. So you can kind of find your range. Reaching long, you can look down here, and then up. Inhale down, reaching. Inhale down and up. Go for 5. Reach, really think fingertips away from toes and up. Go for 4. And that left elbow is right underneath your left shoulder. 3. Keep those ribs hugging around tight. Go nice and slow. 2, reach. Go 1 more. Reaching long. Pull all the way up and then stay. You ready? You're just going to circle this right leg around. Go for small circles, keeping your left ribs lifting the whole time. 5, 4, exhale. 3, 2. Stability is the key, right? Last one, hold. Opposite direction again. Moving your thigh bone. Just imagine this thigh bone circling in your hip socket. Nothing else is changing. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, holding there. Take a breath. You ready? You're gonna bend your elbow towards that knee. Hold there, take a breath. Your left ribs wanna drop. Don't let them. Keep them lifting and then reach all the way out. Reach nice and long. Inhale in, reaching out. Inhale in, pause, exhale, lengthen. You can look down again when you lengthen. Go for 5. Go for 4. 3 more. Pulling that elbow in and reach. 3. Pulling in and reach. Go for 2. And out. Last one. Let's go in, reach long, and then pull all the way in. Drop that leg. Come all the way down. And then just come onto your back. Let's give our right glute and hip a little stretch out. Right foot in front of your left knee, and then turn that right leg out. Holding your neutral as you stretch there. Nice couple of breaths here. Keep that stretch dynamic by constantly opening out this right leg to the side. Keep it opening out as you hold your left leg in tight. So you can actually lift this up if you want. All right, and then come on up. We're gonna flip around. Same thing, other side. So we'll start on our, just lying flat. Have your weight handy. And you're just gonna lie on your right side. Okay, so starting with just your arm. Remember, it's as if your heels, your bum, your shoulders, and the back of your head are against an imaginary wall. Reach that left arm in front of you, and then just lift up. So really think control here. Your hand and the weight are reaching forward, but your shoulder is reaching behind you, your shoulder blade, right? You don't want your shoulder blade to move with your arm. Move forward with your arm, I should say. Control and reach. Inhale down and exhale up. Go for 4 more like this. Controlling that movement, really isolate that arm. Nothing else in your body changes, nothing is tensing. Your abs are engaged so that your whole body isn't moving, but nothing is really gripping or pulling. But 1 more. Up and hold. Now from here, lift that left all the way up. So get that knee as high as it can go. Take a breath. Control down. So you're resisting as that leg lowers. You're working all the way up. And then you're working all the way down. You can bring that arm with it. Inhale down. Inhale down, control. You got it. Remember, you're working as you lower. That's the resisting bit. And then reach. Your arm is almost straight the whole time. Just a tiny little bend so you're not locking. Reach. Go for 3. Hips are squared the way you're looking. Right ribs are still a little bit lifted off the mat, right? 2. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale all the way up. Hold at the top. So stay right here. Take a breath. Now from here, turn that leg up. Go 1 more inch out and then release. 1 more inch squeeze and release. Go for 6. Little pulses with that leg. 5. Don't let that left hip roll back. Just that thigh. 4. Turn it out. 3, turn it out. 2, last one, hold that little bit of a turn out, turn your palm to face behind you, slow reach that arm down towards your knee, and then bring it back up. So keeping your palm facing behind you the whole time. Arm is almost straight, it's not quite locked, and then reach. You got 5. And 4, your left leg is constantly turning out. 3, feel that left glute squeezing back. 2, last one, lifting up, turn it out, lower all the way down, bring that arm down. So for the next little set, you can either stay down like this, that's totally fine, or you can come up like this. Your right leg is going to be bent underneath you. Your left is going to reach long, barely fit in here. And remember, if you're up like I'm on my elbow, you're going to really need to work to keep your right ribs lifting. It's going to be very easy to drop them down. So keep them up like this. And then from here, let's lift that arm all the way out. So your ending position with your arm is going to be kind of out on an angle the opposite way. We're going to reach long through those toes, long through that arm, and then up, reaching down towards that leg slightly. So inhale out, you can look down when you go here, and then up. Really think about those right ribs. Go for 5, reach, and up. Go for 4. Last 3. Neck stays nice and long. Last 2, reach and lift. Really think in control. Last 1, reaching, lifting up. Stay there, circle that left leg around. So just small circles. Your left arm is still reaching. Your right ribs are still lifting. So lots of obliques, lots of low abs, keeping your pelvis still. 4. And you're only making your circle as big as you can keep your pelvis from moving. Last 2. You want to bring your hand onto your hip and ditch weight, that's fine. Last 1, pause, and then go the other way. Drop those weights. Go 6, 5, hip stay still. 4, you can stay looking down if that helps. 3, 2, last 1, hold. You're ready, you're going to bend elbow to knee, and then reach nice and long. Right rib stay lifting, elbow to knee, in, and reach. Go for 6. 5, no change in your right waistline. It wants to do that. Don't do it. Keep it long. In and out. Go for 4. And out. 3 more. And lengthen. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale out. Bring it all the way in. Lower yourself right on down. And then give that left glute and hip a little stretch out. So again, just turning out your left leg, keeping your pelvis pretty nice and steady. Keeping neutral, ribs stay tight. And then you can hug your right knee in a little tighter if you want, or just keep your toes down. Hang there for a nice couple of breaths. And then spin around. We're going to have both feet down on the mat after your stretch there. Neutral pelvis again, so really feel the tail is heavy, little space behind your low back. Now from here, we're going to come into a little flexion. So hands behind your head, elbows hover off the mat, ribs tight around your center. So tuck your chin just slightly. You don't want to come all the way in like this. It's just small. Come up to flexion. So when you're at the top there, your ribs have physically moved closer to your hips. Your shoulder blades are lifting off the mat just slightly, and there's no change in your pelvis. So I haven't rocked my pelvis like this. I haven't arched the other way. I'm just totally still through my hips. Now from here, slow and controlled, lower that upper body down. Barely touch the mat, and then do it again, tucking your chin slightly. Hold at the top. So again, when you're up here, just notice what's going on. We don't want to be gripping through our hips. No movement through your pelvis. Slowly melt back. Go for 2 more, just like this. Nice and slow and controlled. Holding. Don't let those hip flexors grab. Last one. Tuck. And hold. So let's do our checks again before we move on. So our hip flexors are relaxed. When I'm looking at you, keep that tailbone tipping away. Sitting bones are wide, so your hip bones are square to the ceiling, ribs are tight around your center, slide them down towards those hip bones that little bit. Shoulder blades are lifting off the mat, and your head is heavy in your hands. So you're not just pulling with your neck, your head is actually heavy here. Lift your right heel, lift your left heel, and stay. From there, lift your right foot and hold right there. So I'm super nice and light on my left toes. All I'm gonna do is reach my right leg, lower it. You can almost touch the mat if you want. Bring it up and bend it in. So it's a reach, 45-degree angle, lower, lift, and in. Now let's add upper body, reaching, lower your upper body, lower your leg, lifting upper body, lifting leg, and in. Reach, up, and in. No movement through your hips though, right? Reaching, lower, up, and in. Last three, reaching, up, and in. Last two, reach, lower, up, and in. If you're going faster than I am, you're cheating, don't do it. Up, and in. Last one, reach, lower, up, and in. Now stay right here, take a breath. You're gonna bring your upper body up an extra inch and back. Move your ribs down closer to your hips. Up an inch, back an inch. Pelvis is still. 6, 5, exhale. 4, 3, 2. Last one, exhale up, holding there. Lower your right toes, lower both heels, lower your upper body. Take a breath. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So really make sure you're going slow. It's easy to swing your leg around and not feel it. If you take your time and you really move through each movement, you're gonna feel way more, all right? So hands back behind your head, elbows are hovering, neutral pelvis, glutes are relaxed, tuck that chin, heel up here. So remember, our belly button is pulling into our spine, our low back is not touching the mat. Keep neutral. Now from here, lift your right heel, lift your left heel, stay there, and then lift that left. So all we're gonna do from here is a reach, lower, lift, and in. Right toes are light. Reach, lower, lift, and in. Now add that upper body. So reach, lower, lift, and in. Let's go. Reach, lower, lift, and in. Go 5 more. Reaching, and in. And 4. Reaching, up, and in. 3. Reach, up, and in. Last 2. Reach, up, and in. Last 1. Reach, lower, up, and in. Stay here. You ready? Up 1 more inch and back. Legs stay still. Up and back. Go 6 and back. Ribs to hips. 5 and back. 4 more and back. 3 more and back. Last 2 and back. Last 1. Exhale up, holding there. Lower your left, lower your heels, lower your upper body all the way down. Take a breath there. Feet about hip distance apart. You're gonna make sure that your heels are pressing into the mat as you lift those hips back up. Holding here. Take a breath. Hips are gonna stay even. Lift your right heel, lift your left heel, holding there. From here, drop those hips, drop your ribs with your hips. Knees reach away from the top of your head as you lift, and then do that again. Hips drop, knees reach away, inner thighs squeeze toward your midline as you lift. Go for 4 like this. Go for 3. Exhale, press, lift. 2. Last 1, lifting up, stay there. Keep your hips level, drop your right heel, lift it up. Drop your left heel, lift it up like we did standing. Inhale down, hips are level. Inhale down and up. Your knees are still reaching away from the top of your head, and left. Right again, inhale and up. Let's go left and up. Last 1, right. Glutes are working, left and up, holding at the top. Roll all the way down, nice and controlled through to neutral. Okay, palms face up again. Pelvis is still neutral. Keep that belly button pulling into your spine. Lift your right heel, lift your left, holding there. You're gonna lift your right leg to tabletop, so knee above your hip, and then lift your left leg as well. So before you lift your leg, anticipate what's gonna happen. Your body wants to shift. Don't let it. Keep that core engaged. Palms are facing up and nice and quiet. Now from here, you're gonna reach your right leg. Hold it out there, take a breath, and then pull it. Take your time, it doesn't need to go low. Left I'm not just taking it easy, reaching that high. It's really hard to keep everything lined up, keeping those ribs tight, keeping that core pulling in. And if you go too low, it is just, there's so much room for error. So really listen to your body. Keep the back of your neck nice and relaxed. Left. And in. You ready? One more right like this. Pull it in. One more left like this. Reach. Pull it in. Hold. Now you're going to reach your right leg out. Take a breath. Open your right leg to the side 2 inches. Bring it back in. Right leg to the side 2 inches. And bring it back in. Now as your right leg opens, your left wants to move to the side to counterbalance you. Don't let it. Use those left obliques to keep yourself steady. 3. Pull in. Go for 2. And in. Go 1 more. And in. Bring that right leg in. Stay. Ready? Left. Reach. Hold here. Open 2 inches. And back. Maybe it's only 1 inch. It doesn't matter how far. As you can see, I can hardly talk and do this. Keep your right hip, right side of your body heavy. 4 more. 3. 2. Last 1. And in. Bring that leg in. Lower right, lower left. Take a breath. Now hands behind your head. So whenever we're moving our arms or legs away from our midline, your body wants to compensate by moving the opposite side as well. That's what I'm trying to eliminate. You want to keep one side of your body totally steady as the other one moves. So you'll see we're going to do another exercise similar. So elbows hover off the mat, tuck your chin, holding here. Pelvis is neutral, even weight for right and left, right? Lift your right heel, lift your left, lift your right, lift your left. Stay there. Now from here, squeeze your thighs together. All I want you to do is open your knees, hold, and then bring them together. So knees out to that diamond, and back in. So both knees are doing the same thing, right? So it's easy to keep your weight centered in your body. We're gonna change that in a second. You can keep doing this if you want, or hold your legs open. Now kick your right leg to the side. Left hip stays heavy, bring your right leg in. Now kick your left leg to the side, right hip stays heavy, and back in. Out. As your leg comes back in, curl your upper body forward an extra inch. Left upper body can drop slightly, left in, upper body up. Inhale out. Switching. Go right again. Exhale, curl, and left. One more right. One more left. Legs together. Lower, 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 all the way down. Okay, guys, stretch those legs right out underneath you. I'm gonna check my time. I have no idea what time it is. 10:18. Okay, we're good. Keep those feet, or keep your legs straight out underneath you. So feet can be about hip distance apart. We're gonna reach our arms straight up to the ceiling, shoulder blades flat against the mat. So nice and open across your chest and your collarbones. Try to stay like this. So feel your shoulder blades pressing into the mat right now. We're gonna come into full roll-ups. It's gonna be really easy to just round everything forward. Don't do that. Try to stay open and relax through your upper body. So arms are gonna reach back. Take a breath, ribs still tight. Around your center, tuck your chin, and then start curling forward. So reach out to your toes. Remember, slower is harder. Stack yourself up nice and tall. Take a breath when you're here, and then roll back. So starting with your hips, belly button to spine as you roll. All the way back. Let's do one more like this. Really pressing your heels into the mat, tucking your chin, belly button to spine, rounding forward, reaching to those toes. Stack up tall. Come right back the same way. Rolling. And reach. Now, if you want, you can either stay with that same exact exercise, or we can add a leg to this. So tucking your chin. As your shoulder blades begin lifting, start lifting your right leg up. This time you'll just come into a half roll. So I'm in a little scoop here. Can you see? I'm gonna round back. Now roll back, belly button to spine, reaching up both right toes away from the top of your head. Lengthen all the way out. And then do the same thing left. Shoulder blades lift, left leg lifts, right hip stays heavy. holding, and then roll your way back. Controlling that movement. Let's go one more each side like this. Tucking, think length. Very good, everybody. Rolling back, slow and controlled. Reach. And then let's go. Left leg, right hip heavy. Slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Reach those arms back overhead and then keep both feet down. We're gonna come all the way up. Stacking up nice and tall. Perfect. Come to a 4-point kneel now. So hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So keeping your ribs tight around your center is going to be really important here. It's going to be easy to arch your back and just kind of let everything go. We want to keep our shoulder blades wide on our back. So not here, just that neutral position. We want to keep our pelvis neutral. So no tucking one way, arching the other. Keep it nice and steady. And then just start with this right leg. So you're going to kick it straight out behind you. Keep your toes on the mat and just stay. So notice if your weight has shifted to the left. Try not to let it. Keep your left knee directly under your left hip. You can even take a peek, make sure they're lined up, and then lift your right leg up. So reach your toes away from the top of your head. Take a nice breath here. Let's see if we can bring our left hand onto our left hip. Hold there. Our left knee is still under that hip, right? Now from here, just tap those toes and then lift. So tiny bend in your right elbow as you tap. You're thinking length and up. Go for 5. 4, tap and lift. 3, tap and lift. Last 2, tap and lift. Ready? One more. Tap and lift. Stay right there. Now from here, open your right leg to the side 2 inches back in like we did on the mat, right? 2 inches out, 2 inches in. Don't let your hip shift. 2 inches, pause, 2 inches in. Go for 4. Watch your right elbow. Don't let it lock. Is your left knee still under your left hip? It should be. Last 2. And in. Last 1. Out. Squeeze in. Bring that right leg in. Left arm down. Sit yourself back to a little shell stretch. Give your wrists a little shake. Right. Feel all right there. Give them a twist. Okay, we're gonna come onto our elbows for our next one. So if your wrists don't bother you and you're more comfortable on your hands, that's fine as well. If you wanna come onto your elbows, that's all good as well. So either here, palms face up, hands together, it doesn't matter to me, just as long as your elbows are pretty much under your shoulders, all right? So we're gonna kick our right leg out again, same leg, don't switch yet. And then lift your right leg up and hold. Take a peek at your left knee, it should still be under your left hip, right? Lengthen that spine, feel your waistlines are really nice and long. Now from here, turn your right leg out. So your right knee points to the right side. I'm gonna bring my right knee towards my right elbow. You don't need to touch it. And then I'm gonna kick all the way back up, nice and high. In, and reach. Nothing else is moving in my body except this right leg. Super important. Doesn't matter what your range is. If you go here and then to here, that's fine. Think stability in your body. In, 4 more. In, exhale, reach. 3, don't let your weight shift left. It really wants to, especially as you bend in. 2, last 1, squeezing back, bring that leg back in, sit yourself back to a shell stretch. Good job, guys. Okay, from here, we're gonna do one more, little guy, rounding through our spine. So we don't wanna ever really be arching this way, but we are gonna round up this way and then in like a regular cat stretch and then just come to neutral. So don't come past neutral, basically. Keep your ribs tight around your center, basically always in Pilates. So start with your right leg again, kick it out. Don't let your weight shift left. Take a peek at that knee. Right leg up. Now extend your left arm in front of you. So really reach fingertips from toes. Barely fit here. And then bend in, rounding your back as you scoop in here. and then lengthen. So this is where we're in a straight line. I'm not arching the opposite way. Rounding in, and then lengthen, reach fingertips from toes. Really find that length without locking your right elbow. In for a scoop, and reach long. 3 more. And reach. Go for 2. And reach. Last one, all the way in. All the way out. Find that length. Step that hand in. Step that knee in. Sit yourself back. Again, you can twist out those wrists. However that feels good. Right. And then we'll do the same. I'm going to switch over to this side actually. So we'll do the same ones on this side. So hands again under your shoulders, knees under your hips. So nice long necks, we're looking straight down. We're going to start with our left leg. So watching you're not locking your elbows, ribs are tight around your center. Kick that left out, lift it up and then stay. You can bring your right hand onto your right hip if you want. And we're just going to tap and lift. So thinking length more than height, really focusing on this right side. So your right knee is directly under your right hip. Really important. And if you need to keep your hand down, that's fine as well. Watch that you're not locking your left elbow. So much to think about. Go for 5, squeeze and lift. 4. Feel that core connect each time you lift that leg. 3, you're pressing into your right knee. 2, last one, holding here. Now open that left leg to the side, 2 inches out. Don't let your hips move to the right, and in. And in nice long necks for 5, squeeze in. 4, squeeze in. 3, keep those ribs nice and tight around your center. 2, last one, squeeze in, bend that leg in, drop your arms, sit yourself back. Okay, guys. And then again, you can come down to your forearms. You can be palms down, palms up together, or you can just be on your hands, whatever feels good. Right. So you can be here or here. My wrists are okay today. So I'm going to kick my left leg out, lift it up to about hip height, and then turn your leg out. So your knee points to the side, bend that knee into your elbow. So whether you're up here or down here, it doesn't matter. And then kick out. So in and kick. Got it? And if you're low like I am here, you can kick your leg a little higher just by the angle of your body. 5. Watch your hips aren't shifting right. 4. 3. 2. Squeeze. Last one. In and squeeze. Bring that leg right in. Sitting back. Take a breath there. Relax those shoulders. Pull them away from your ears. All right. And then the last one we'll do here is going to be the round back into the flat back. So remember, not that one, just a flat back. So start with that left leg again. Reach it long. Core is connected. Right knee is under your right hip. Hip bones are both square to the ground. Lifting left. Reach your right arm in front. Watch that left elbow. You ready? Pull it all the way in. Rounding that back. And then lengthen. And reach, you got it. Go for 5. Scoop and round. And lengthen. 4, watching that left elbow, sorry, the whole time. It wants to lock. 3. Reach, go for 2. And reach, last one, scoop all the way in, drop that tail, lengthen out, hand in, knee in, sit yourself back again. Nice couple of breaths there. And then we'll come up to our final little set here, guys. Make 1 minute over. Oh, I definitely will. If you have to go, I understand. Hands under your shoulders, just one last little bit here. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Again, find your neutral, so don't let your ribs fall. Keep them connected. Kick your right leg out, reach through your right heel, and then you're ready. You can do the same with your left. Hold right here. So feel those hands, those palms, pressing away from the mat. Feel those toes pressing into the mat, each one of them pressing into the mat. Now from here, bend your right knee. You're almost gonna touch it down. Don't let your hip drop. And then kick. Left, in. Kick back, press through your heel. Hips stay lifted. Right again, in. Left, in. And kick. One more right. And back. You ready? One more left. So hips are nice and lifted. Holding there. From here, drop both knees. Almost touch. Go for 4 more. Almost touch. Feel that core connect. Last 2. Ready? 1 more. Pull those abs up. Press yourself all the way back to that downward dog. Or an up stretch. Tail is lifting nice and high. Heels drop nice and low as you can. Give that neck a little rock back and forth. And then walk those legs out. So bend your right, press through your left. Come up and then switch. And again, up. Up and switch. And then lift them both nice and high. Lift that right leg up to the ceiling. Pull it in, turn it out. And then just drop on down for a little hip opener here. Just like a pigeon in yoga. So turning your right leg out to the side. Just let your weight kind of deepen your stretch for you. You can come all the way down if that feels good. Whatever feels good for you. Take a nice couple of breaths there. And then walk those hands back under your shoulders. Curl those left toes under. Step your right back. Again, press yourself back. Drop those heels. Left leg up. In. And then all the way down. So again, holding for those nice couple of deep breaths here. Letting that leg turn out. And then walk those hands into or underneath your shoulders. Curl your right toes under, step your left back. And then again, press yourself back. This time, let's walk our hands into those feet. Hang in that nice forward fold. Keep those heels pressing. Give that head a little rock back and forth. And then without locking your knees, just think of stacking that spine up against a wall so your bum is back. And then roll all the way up. Whew. And you are finito, everybody. Feel good? Good work, guys. Nice to see you. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. I don't know how to put anyways, I'll see you next week. Oh, there you go. You're welcome. Bye, guys. Hi, Carrie.
Hello. Thanks, Lindsay.
You're most welcome. Sounds good, guys. Have a good week.
You
Bye.
too.